If you slept in on Saturday, you missed it, America. TJ Oshie scored the game-winning goal, dramatic shootout. The victory over Russia echoing the miracle on ice at Lake Placid in 1980 when a team of American college students stunned the Soviet Olympic team. And my next guest was the captain on that team. Mike Eruzione is back with us live in Boston. How are you, Mike? And good morning to you.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good morning to you as well.
I mean, were you sentimental Saturday morning? What were you feeling?
It was amazing. I got up nice and early and sat by the television set and just got caught up in the emotion of the game, just like everybody in the United States did. It was awesome to see. I'm not a big fan of the shootout, but I'm glad we were on the right end of it. But as I've said to many people, this is just the beginning. It's only going to get more exciting.
I agree with you on that. And the Russians are ticked off because one of the referees was an American, and they thought this call that went against them, sunk their team. But you know what I think, Mike? I think the next generation of Americans, if I may, do not understand the gravity of your victory from 1980. Not only were you playing the Soviets, which wasn't just Russia back then, they could pull players who were all professional. You guys are college players. You're all amateurs. And they could pull from Ukraine and Belarus and Estonia and Latvia and Lithuania and Georgia and on and on and on. And you guys win.
It's very different. It's the same for the players, though. The United States players, they want to win gold medal. That's what they go to the tournament for. But it is different. We don't go into the Olympic Games as an underdog anymore. We're one of the favorites. And if we don't medal, it'll be disappointing. But in 1980, clearly, it was a whole different situation. It was average age of our team was 21 years old. We were not professionals. We were college players playing against the professional players from all the other countries, Sweden, Finland, Czechoslovakia as well. And I think the state of the country was very different. At that time, you remember the Cold War, and the Soviets were the enemies. We don't have that political enemy anymore in ice hockey. So I think our country is looking at this more as a hockey game, where in 1980, I think it was more of a political game to a lot of people.
You had the nuclear threat, too, from the two superpowers in the world.
Right.
Mike, I think it's like taking Johnny Manziel from Texas A&M and 21 other football players from this past year and beating Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and the Seattle Seahawks and the best of the NFL. That's the only comparison I can come up with.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair?
Well, I think it's fair, and I remember after 1980, Jim McKay said it would be like a group of Canadian college football players beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the analogy was very similar. But, the bottom line still is it's a hockey game. And I think as athletes, first of all, you believe you can win. If you don't think you're going to win, you're probably not going to. But I think this U.S. team is capable of winning this whole tournament, and I think they felt that going into the tournament. In 1980, nobody expected anything from us at all. We expected a lot of ourselves. We wanted to win. We wanted to play well. And as it turned out, we were able to do that. And I'm sure that's the mindset of this team. They're confident. They're good. And I'm looking forward to see. It's going to be tough all the way through, but
that's right.
We're on for the ride.
So they're 3-0. Did you expect going into the games that they would win gold, that they could even be a favorite for gold, or were you not quite sure?
Oh, no, I thought they'd be a favorite for gold. Heck, we almost won a gold in Vancouver. We lost in overtime, and 10 of those players are back that played in Vancouver. So there's no doubt this team was one of the favorites. And I think when you look at the brackets right now, it's going to be tough. I mean, they're going to have a tough fourth game. And then if they win that game, they're probably going to play Canada. And if they win that game, they might beat the Russians again. So
wow. It's
hard. But, again, this team was picked to win a medal, and I think they will.
I just love the fact that Putin was at that game on Saturday morning. He had to sit through that thing. You're right. We've got a long way to go. But I heard TJ Oshie on NBC saying how nervous he was during that shootout. I did not get that sense, but clearly he felt that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I didn't either. You could see the little smirk on his face. I enjoyed his one comment. He said, "I'm glad I didn't have to go again because I didn't have any. I ran out of moves." But
right.
It was just great. It was edge of your seat, and that's what makes the Olympic Games so exciting. Last night I'm watching Bodie Miller's run, and I was leaning forward as he was skiing down. So when Oshie was going in, you were kind of watching. You were skating with him, and that's what's exciting about the Olympic Games when we watch our athletes compete and they get in that situation. It's pretty cool.
Love the patriotism. Mike, it's great to talk to you again. You made 7 members of the Hemmer family go crazy in 1980. So thanks again, Mike Eruzione from Boston.
Thank
today.
you, and hopefully we'll do it again.
Right
Thanks.
on, you bet. USA. Thank you, Mike.